Hey, this is David West with Sports Talk with Coach West. I have a special guest today with me, Jensen, and me and him actually work together down at Southern Utah with the basketball team. He's also, just a couple highlights about him. He's actually a 2020 candidate for Utah State or Utah 2nd Congressional District. So coming up in 2020, so if you live in the state of Utah, look for his name. And then also, he has been involved in all types of athletics, officiating, different things like that. So thanks for coming, Ty.
Hey Wes, man, it's good to be on. Good to see you. How you been?
I've been good. Just it's been a minute since we were down in Southern Utah with the basketball program, and I figured first person I could get on my show might as well be you, right?
Hey man, there's always a first for everything, so this makes the first for both of us, man. Congratulations, I love what you're doing here. Sports world is a lot of topics. I think you're gonna handle it with grace and poise. I think this could be your second calling besides your day job as a teacher. So I'm very proud for you doing this. This is going to be a new voice to the sports world, and I just wish you the best of luck, man. And keep pushing us along.
All right, thanks, buddy. Well, like I said, I started this just this week, and I thought getting some people involved, sports enthusiasts like yourself, on my show would be good to have and just hear different opinions. And I think probably the best thing we can start talking about, most recent thing that we can talk about is the trades going on in the NBA. What do you think about that?
Oh, where to begin? Where do you want me to begin? You want to start with the Anthony Davis trade, or do you want to jump straight to the Utah Jazz? I'll let you start off with this one. It's crazy what's been happening.
Yeah, let's start with the big one. I mean, Anthony Davis trade, that was definitely one that got everybody talking, got everybody wondering who's going to go where, what's going to happen next. They're going to get another star. What did you think when you initially heard about that trade?
My first thought about that was LeVar Ball, and his reaction was classic. He's just such a narcissist that you just love to hear him talk. But now that Magic's gone, now that Lonzo's gone, now AD's coming to the Lakers, you're going to have that stress relief of the helicopter parent that is LeVar Ball gone. So with the AD trade is now you have cap room to go get another high-quality person. Is Kyrie maybe involved somehow? Is maybe pulling from Kemba Walker from the Hornets, even though the Hornets said he was going to resign with them. That's still up for debate. But how will this landscape now help the Western Conference, and will it hurt it in the long run? We're hearing Utah, what happened today. We took a step back, in my belief. The Lakers took a step forward. So now they're probably going to be a potential 1 through 5 team with the Anthony Davis trade. But they gave away quite a few pieces. So let's see how it just turns out now with the rest of the offseason and July 6th with the first day of signing.
Yeah, I think the same thing. When I heard that trade, I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, because last year it seemed like all the good players went out to the West, and we had all kinds of players in the West. And as a Jazz fan, I was like, are the Jazz even going to make it? Just because all the talent was coming to the West, the talent was leaving the East, coming to the West. So, and there have been talks about Kyrie coming in. Potentially, he says he wants to play with Anthony Davis. I don't know if he wants to play with LeBron again, but I mean, if you play with the two of those people, I don't think you could say no to that. So,
see, I believe that if you do get that third star on your team, that they are going to at least be a Western Conference Finals participant, and maybe face the Golden State Warriors. Since maybe Denver might take a step back, they could push forward. You never know with Denver. Portland wants to go forward, but I don't know how their offseason is going to look quite yet. Those are the biggest contenders for that Western Conference spot. I think with D'Antoni potentially resigning in Houston, the Rockets may take a step back. We know that Chris Paul is basically unhappy. James Harden wants the ball in his hands a lot more, and taking that away from Chris Paul. So we're going to see. This NBA season is going to be quite a ruckus one, but it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, especially with all these big time names, like you mentioned Kyrie's looking to potentially go somewhere. Kevin Durant, I know he's going to be out for the next season, but he could potentially move on. There's just a lot of pieces that Al Horford recently just decided that he may want to move on also. So some big names out there floating around. It's going to be interesting to see where they end up.
Correct. And I really want to give a huge shout out, and I'm sorry to Klay Thompson. I met Klay at Washington State when he was there. He's a fantastic young man. What happened to him, it was a legit basketball play on the ball, but coming down on your left knee like that and him tearing, what was it, his LCL or his ACL?
His ACL, yeah, ACL.
ACL, and so now it's really, you feel bad for him because he's such a huge talent and the biggest, brightest star on that team outside Curry, Durant. he's the backbone of that team, I'll say. Uh, with him going out, I feel bad for him. They'll be back. Kevin Durant, I think he's gone.
Yeah.
I really think that even though he'll be in rehab for a good part of the year, I think he will want somewhere else to go. It could be the East Coast with the Knicks.
Yeah, and that's what I've heard. Just the rumors I've heard, different things like that. The Knicks seem to be a popular spot for him. But Klay Thompson, he's just one of those guys that just good player, hard worker. I mean, I was cheering for the Raptors just to see a different team win, but to see that happen and it go down that way, it made me sick watching that. I mean, because he had at that point he had 30 points, was shooting lights out. If he would have stayed in the game, I think they'd take that. Maybe if they don't take the whole series. So
I was pulling for him regardless. I'm glad the Toronto Raptors won. Because we wanted to break up that dynasty, but even without Kevin Durant, they're still a force and a dynasty to be reckoned with, even going into a new building.
yeah. Now, what do you think? What do you think, Klay Thompson? They say his timetable is about April or March, April. You think he comes back ready to go?
You and I have both been around, college sports, and we both talked with NBA personnel probably, in our lifetimes. Anytime you have an ACL and you deal with sports medicine, the timetable is at least 9 months. So you're looking, like you said, March, April. But then the hard part is how will the conditioning go once the doctors give you that 100% go? Because now instead of moving on a treadmill, now you're moving laterally, you're moving unilaterally, you're cutting, you're making sharp turns. And if you don't think that injury is going to have any effect, then whoever listens to this you're crazy, because it will. Mentally, there's a block there. How will he overcome that? Could he be back for the second round in full force? Absolutely. But the first round and finishing out until the playoffs in the regular season, that's going to be a coin toss. I'm just going to say coin toss.
Yeah. Now, what do you think the Warriors are going to have to do up until that time to still make a playoff, still make a run? Are they going to have to add some new pieces, or are they just going to have to go off Curry? What do you think they got to do to take those next steps to be contenders still?
If you remember back to the 1994-95 season, if you look at the champion Houston Rockets, they fell all the way to a 5th seed. So even if the Golden State Warriors did the same thing, and then you get Klay Thompson back, remember, they were very good without Kevin Durant going forward. They were already NBA champions. They had the pedigree there. Steve Kerr, they had everything with Klay and with Steph, with Draymond, and now they have Boogie, and they got Jordan Bell. They got intricate pieces. They're still fine. They're going to be fine. Either way. They're going to be, top 5.
Okay. And I mean, I feel the same way. I mean, they still have Curry. They still have that winning mentality. I think they'll be fine making the playoffs. I think it'll be interesting just to see what's going to happen, how the Lakers will finish, especially with their new additions. They're also trying to add a third star. I heard Jimmy Butler's name in there, Kyrie, just a bunch of random names. I think we'll see a lot happen within the next month. That'll kind of help us get an idea, or at least a prediction of what's going to happen come playoff time. So.
Correct. As soon as July 1st hits around, that free agency. But you remember, tomorrow night with the NBA draft, that's going to be the biggest tell about who's going where to, because there's going to be a lot of trades happening on the draft floor that are going to probably shock a few people.
Yeah. Now with just real quick, we don't want to talk too much about the draft, but what do you think the top 5's looking like?
You know what? After the 4th pick, nobody cares. I'm just going to be flat out blunt. Nobody cares. Everything is a crapshoot at this point. Once Zion, R.J. Barrett, and the other big name goes, it's flip a coin. It's anybody's draft at that point. There's nobody that really stands out.
Yeah.
That kid, who was that kid, that really tall 7-footer? They played Duke in, I believe, the second round, almost upset them.
Oh, was that Taco Fall?
Taco.
He's 7'6". Yeah.
I want to see where he goes. I want to see if he goes.
Yeah.
Because if he does, even though the NBA is now a huge North and South league, and now it's all about run, gun, screen, cut through the motions, slip screens. If he can transform his game into that instead of just being a down low post guy, he'll be fantastic. He's 7 foot. Who's going to stop him? No,
Yeah.
He's got the only name that I can see out there that can actually have an impact rim wise. Otherwise, it's just a crapshoot. Nobody knows after the top 4.
Yeah, I think with him, I mean, he's 7'6". I think a lot of the mock drafts had him going maybe late second round. But like I say, if he goes in there, he's a huge dude. So, I mean, who knows what he could do? I mean, just that tall alone, he could do some things. So, and the other one is a kind of interesting prospect that they're talking about, kind of a lottery pick or just outside the lottery, kind of a big risk, would be the Bobo from Oregon.
This is a kid that only played what, maybe 2 to 8 games at Oregon. He needs to go back. He should have went back. He should have not went. I assume he already signed with an agent, correct?
He's in the green room and everything tomorrow night. So he's
Oh, so he forfeited his right. So
Yep.
if he doesn't go in the top 14, then he'll be a mid rounder or a late first rounder. The thing is, nobody knows about him because of that injury he had at Oregon.
Yeah.
Is he going to translate over to the NBA game? Nobody knows because nobody saw him play.
Yeah,
That's
because
the bad part.
I watched the Pac-12 and I watched him very little, and I mean I don't know, it's a toss-up. I mean, he could be really good, he could go in and just be average. I mean, it's hard to say. And I think that's what other NBA teams are thinking too. I mean, they're wondering if it's a sport that's risk.
Yeah, this is one of those things where you need to get rid of the one and done. For people like this, it doesn't give you enough exposure. There's not enough NBA scouts. Yes, we have the filming technology today that we didn't have 20 years ago. I get that, even 10 years ago. But you need to make a better assessment about this. The one and done needs to go. That's basically what he is. This is for him a cash grab to make your family's life better. But you're not guaranteed a second contract in the NBA. Half these guys that are going to get drafted tomorrow night are not going to stick around 5 years from now. And so, for him, this could be good, it could be bad, but this is a cash grab.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that I don't like about letting them go so early. I wish they could have to stay a little bit longer, mature a little bit more. But if you think about it, even nowadays they talk about how if they stay in the league until they graduate, that they're too old.
There's some proof to that. It's
Yeah.
actually
I mean, you're older, yeah.
But you're starting to give a kid that has an undetermined future. Right now, you sign him to a minimum $5 million contract without shoe deal. So even in the NBA realm, where you're paying 50% taxes of escrow and everything else, now you're making about $2.5 million a year. Is that investment on a net worth it to your team in the long run?
Yeah.
And is this guy going to push you over to the next level or help you from a player protection standpoint as far as helping your big five, your starting five, get you to that next level over the hump?
Yeah, that's true. It'll be exciting to see what happens tomorrow night as we go see how that draft goes. And the other thing, talking about trades, just one other trade. I don't want to keep you too long today, but one other trade today that happened. Mike Conley to the Jazz. What are your thoughts on that when you heard that first?
Oh my God. Horrible. It could be good. Could be. I'm looking at this through hindsight 50-50. But I'm going to take, the Vivian Nancy approach. What the hell were you thinking? Let's face it, I love Grayson Allen. I love his attitude. I loved him. He was a good role player for the Utah Jazz who could come into his own in another year at age 24.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving away Jay Crowder, who was a guaranteed get-rebound guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're getting somebody like Mike Conley, who's been known to be injury-prone. He's tough, not going to lie. He's tough as nails. But is he the guy who's now going to help the Utah Jazz get to the second round and even past the second round? The answer is probably no. And a lot of Jazz fans can crucify me for this, but let's face it, the other guys I would take night and day over Mike Conley. But now, who else? This frees up cap room now. So who else you can go get? Who else can you sell that Utah is sexy, Utah has nightlife? You and I love Utah, but from a black player standpoint, Utah's not the place to go. You'd rather go to Memphis. And it's just an aesthetic thing. People think of Utah as just all white, super Mormon-y, no strip clubs, bars, whatever. Everything is so kosher that it's disgusting, when it's really not. You live in the Salt Lake Valley. I've lived in the Salt Lake Valley forever. That's not the case. And so, but from the players around the league, do you really want to go Utah? When players come here and they play, you notice the first thing is the atmosphere and how loud we can get. I mean, we break a lot of the decibel sound records for in-arena sports. And so that's good for our advantage from a player standpoint playing here. But I hope players can actually see that the Jazz are actually a good organization.
Mm-hmm.
But the ownership needs to, Gail Miller needs to either relinquish her control or just needs to flat out sell the team with the buyer that will keep the Jazz here and not have a Supersonics, because you need to spend money to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get to the title, you got to spend the money. And the Jazz have been unwilling for years not to do that. So who's going to come here? Please tell me.
Yeah. Well, I think Mike Conley's contract isn't small. So I think a lot of they made that push for him. Like you said, he is tough. He's a tough player. If he can stay healthy, I think he could do some good things for the Jazz. Just looking at about 21 points a game, 7 assists, about 3 to 4 rebounds a game. If he can stay healthy and have it to where Donovan Mitchell is actually playing his shooting guard position, take a little pressure off him from taking all the shots, get in that pick and roll with Rudy Gobert, set up Joe Ingles on the corner. I can see it, a lot of good things happening from it. It is hard to see some of these players like Grayson Allen, who just had 1 year. I mean, he dropped 40 points in the game at the end of the season. I know it was end of the season, but he still dropped some points. I mean, he shows that he can be a scorer. And Jay Crowder, I mean, he could just take people out. I mean, he was that intensity, that dog fight, and then getting some of the picks taken away. So I really hope, as a Jazz fan growing up my whole life, I really hope that this risk pays off for him. I think there's potential for some good things to happen, but I still think they may need another piece in there to jump in to fill it out. So.
Right, and I call him Jay Rebounds. You're really gonna miss him. He was Jay Rebounds to me. Now, how does this affect Ricky Rubio going forward? Is he just gone?
He's actually been in talks recently with the Pacers. The Pacers are really interested in bringing him in, especially since Victor Oladipo's out with that ACL, or was it ACL that he had?
I believe so, but he's coming back, and the Pacers are going to be a huge push in the East. So if you take a point guard like Rubio and you put him on the Pacers with Victor Oladipo, it's just going to be good things for them and puts pressure back on the now champ Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
But as far as the Jazz, who's going to play the backup now? Because now you got Grayson Allen gone, you bring in Mike Conley, you ship off Ricky Rubio in one way, shape, or form. Now who's going to be your backup point guard? That's what it really comes down to. Neto is basically unreliable, and so you never know what you're getting. He's like a schizophrenic. You never know what you're going to get out of him. Well, so, my favorite player is not Mitchell, and people are going to crucify me for it. He's my second favorite. My first favorite is the man you mentioned in Jingle and Joe Ingles. So, how's this going to help him as well? Because he's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
So, are the Jazz going to keep with mid-level exceptions? Or are they going to go get a proven vet? Or are they going to try and lure more youth that their contracts are expiring and pick up leftover pieces? That's what we need to determine where the Jazz are going to go, and that's going to be between July 1st and 6th.
Yeah, guys. It definitely looks like Rubio is on the way out. The Jazz told him once the season was over he wasn't a top priority. So I think he's been getting some interest from other teams. The Pacers, as of yesterday, that was the top spot for him right now. But then we also have a lot of the other contracts like Cephalosha and like Udo and some of those other guys who probably won't be renewing, so they'll be gone too. So, I mean, it'll be interesting. I don't think the Jazz are done making moves yet. I think they still have a couple moves that they're going to make between now and July. But you're right; they need to have that backup point guard. If Exum could ever be healthy, he could be great. But he's had so many injuries that. But if you think about it though, I mean, 6'6", when he's on the court, he plays his heart out. But if he could stay healthy for a season, have him as Conley's backup, that could be a good thing.
It could be, but Exum again, he's wishy-washy.
Yeah.
He's worse than my opponent in DC that I'm going for. He's just not there. I don't really know that he can actually do what he needs to do for the Jazz. Exum has proven a point at times, and other times he's just fallen off the map. So it's easier at this point to just cut him loose, let him go, say thank you for your service, give him a pink slip, let him fly, and go get somebody else.
Yeah. Now, would you be surprised at all if you see him traded in the next month?
No. I
wouldn't either. I actually thought when the Mike Conley trade went through, I thought he was part of it. Before I read the story, I thought he may have been part of it.
Why would you not let him go and keep Grayson Allen?
I don't know.
Grayson's youthful, where Exum is just injury prone. Let Exum go and keep Allen. Even if Allen was still a two-way player with the Stars, that is a positive reinforcement for your team as far as the G League and the NBA, and as far as the Jazz go. So why would you not keep Allen? But you let Allen go and you kept him.
Yeah.
It made no sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a money thing or they just had other ideas, but I mean we'll find out in the next month or so what's going to happen. I don't think the Jazz are done with moves. Obviously the NBA is just starting with moves. So are there any players in the league that you think are going to get traded? Like if you had to make a guess on who would be getting traded, like 100% or 90%, who's your top people that you think would be getting traded this offseason?
Oh man.
Like just like one or two of them that you think are out for sure, or pretty sure.
I think Durant might be out of Golden State.
Okay.
I want to see what the New York Knicks do because now they have just a lot of room. We'll see if Dolan can actually pull his head out for at least one season. I want to see what the Brooklyn Nets do. There's so many names out there that you don't know who's going where. Again, it's worse than gambling because you never know what you're going to get. whatever New York does and whatever LA does, the other pieces will fall in line. So we got to see what those two major teams do before small market teams, because everybody wants to go to a Chicago, New York, LA, or even the ATL down in Atlanta. So we're going to see how they work out. Dwayne Wade retired. He opened up a spot in Miami. So now who's Miami going to get? That is a sexy city. The Clippers are a big one. Is Kawhi going to go to the Clippers? Is he going to stay in Toronto? Or could he take the money with the new championship status and go to the Knicks? I highly doubt it. But would he go to the Knicks, join another superstar, and build the Knicks back up to where they were in the 70s or even the 90s? I think he's going to the Clippers. I still love the Clippers. But you never know. He could just stay in Toronto. So we'll see. It is huge market teams are going to go first.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think Kawhi's one of those ones where I'm just, you can never tell what he's going to do. So, I mean, he just won a championship in Toronto. That unless they have a ton of big people or big players go back east, I don't know why you wouldn't stay in Toronto for another year and play. I mean, I don't know. He seemed to fit their system very well. So, I mean, I guess it's hard to say for sure.
Well, the travel and the luxury tax and everything to do with that as far as cost of living up in Toronto, I would want to get the hell out too. And one, it's cold, and two, when you're paying the international taxes, why would you want to go? That's why I never understand why people want to go to Democratic ran states like California and New York where your taxes are going to be huge. You should go to Miami where there's no state tax, or come to Utah where there's very low tax. So Utah could be in play. I want to see what Denver does because they're our mountain rival. It'll be interesting to see what they can do because they have a big upside going forward.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I really hope that the Jazz make some good moves. I can't wait to see tomorrow, especially with the draft, how that goes. I think that's going to open up a lot of trades, a lot of different things set up with that. So.
Okay, let me ask you a question now. Do you think that R.J. Barrett could wind up with the Pelicans to join Zion?
I think he stays in Knicks. I think he goes to the Knicks and stays there.
You really think he's going to stay in New York?
Are you talking like within the next few years, or are you talking like right out of the draft?
I'm just talking tomorrow night. Could the Pelicans make another play and get Barrett to join Zion?
I think
have that Duke similarities right there. I mean, it's been done before, and it didn't work out so well. But you never know with these two; they're closer to brothers, so you never know.
Yeah, I think. In my opinion, I think that he's going to go to the Knicks, stay on the Knicks, kind of build that Knicks team up. If there was any possible way that he could end up going to the Pelicans, I think since the Pelicans have all these young stars they just got from the Lakers, a lot of young core there, I think they could make up a package where they could get that pick and could get him still. It's hard to say. I'm always excited for the draft, but with all the things that could potentially happen, because the Pelicans, they want that 4 spot too, they said, so at one point. So it's hard to say, but I'll definitely be watching that first round to see what happens. So.
Oh yes.
But hey, I just want to thank you for coming out, being on my channel today. Definitely won't be the last time, right?
Oh, definitely not. Anytime you have me back, I'll be glad to do this.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for your time, buddy, and we'll keep in touch, all right?
All right. Hey, thank you.
Yep.